And now last but certainly not least is the Dark Aether camo, and that actually looks fantastic. You can see all of the lines really well with this, which is weird because you weren't able to see any of these with the Pack-a-Punch camo. And yeah, here we are on health cap. Round 55 is the health cap for Cold War. So past this point, it's pretty much like going to round 100, round 1,000. Zombies will have the same health. But with that being said, you can see here as we compare these side by side. All right, and welcome back, guys. It is time for another episode of Pack-a-Punch testing. This time we're doing the one weapon that we didn't cover when Season 5 launched. They actually launched a lot of new weapons right at the beginning of Season 5, and then a week later they launched the Marshall pistol. So we really didn't have time to go over and cover the cane because, no joke, the Mace came out like a week prior. I kind of wish they waited a little bit longer to launch the cane into the game's life cycle, because just randomly we got the Mace, week later got the cane. So obviously we tested out all the bullet weapons first because those are the more important ones. But I've decided in this video today we're going to go back, test out the cane, see how it compares to the Etool, and if this is worth using over the Etool for any aspect of it. So that's what we're gonna do. Go into game, test it on low rounds, medium rounds, high rounds. That's what we do in our Pack-a-Punch testing videos. And on top of that, we actually get to test it out today using the Stolen Goods Lost Lion blueprint. CEO gifted this to me. This is definitely the best. Well, it's the only blueprint for the cane, and it's definitely a lot cooler than the default one because, you know, it's not just, you know, a normal top. It's got a lion head on it. So huge thanks to CEO for that. And just like that, we're now loaded into Tone. The main reason I picked this map is I really want to see what the Pack-a-Punch camos look like on this lion. I have a feeling they're going to look really cool. And on top of that, if you're curious, at the very end of this video, we're going to load up into a private match. We're going to see what DM Ultra, Diamond, Dark Aether, all those camos look like on the cane here. And hopefully they look pretty good. Usually when you have blueprints that look like this, the camos look amazing on it. But first impressions of the cane here, honestly, kind of bland. The swing speed isn't, you know, the quickest thing ever. It seems to be just another basic melee weapon, but we'll Pack-a-Punch it, test it out, and we'll see where it compares to the Etool. But so far, it's just kind of meh to me. One thing I did find cool about it, the sounds it makes when you hit things are pretty cool. There we go. That little tink, I like it. It doesn't do it always. It's like, come on. Yeah, that right there. I like little ting you get when you hit things with it. I don't know, one thing I kind of hope for, I hope for the rest of the melee weapons they add in to be kind of interesting, because I'm not going to lie, the last few we've got is pretty boring. Like baseball bat, we've definitely seen that before. The mace and the cane, they're all kind of basic melee weapons. I'd really like to see them go back to stuff like, you know, the Fury song, or they had so many interesting ones. They had the arm from Black Ops 3, and in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, yeah, there was some basic melee weapons, but they really got creative with some of them. And my biggest hope for the melee weapons we get in the future, I just really want them to be unique and kind of stand out. Even though this game's life cycle kind of feels like it's pretty much over with Vanguard right around the corner, but I still think we got 2 or 3 more melee weapons in this game still. We're probably going to get one for the mid-season event in Season 5. And for the last season, Season 6, we're probably going to get 1 or 2 more. So this game still has quite a few more melee weapons. And there's a chance that any one of those could dethrone the Etool. Probably not. The Etool's been top dog for so long. I doubt they're going to add anything to, you know, dethrone it. But who knows? Oh, there's a Panzer. But hopefully if they do end up adding something that dethrones the Etool, hopefully it looks really cool. Could you imagine they're going to add something in the last season that's better than the Etool? Maybe it knifes quicker, lets you run even faster, and it's just like a combat knife V2. It's just like, you know, this is the combat knife, but a tiny bit bigger. That would be so lame. Hopefully if there's anything that does dethrone the Etool, hopefully it's something super duper fun to use. And round 12, time to go ahead, Pack-a-Punch for our very first time here, and that is beautiful coverage. Pretty much, oh, actually, it just looks like a giant nose. You can't even tell it's a lion. Oh no. It's still better than the normal cane. You can, okay, if you look, you can see the lion stuff there, but it pretty much gets rid of most of the detail when you Pack-a-Punch it. It legit covers the whole thing, making it one giant blob of the camo. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Can't wait to see what it looks like with the final one. I love that little bit of red there. I love how it just got, you know, just enough of the accent color there. Obviously, it's round 12. It's a melee weapon. It's still one-hitting. Even if we didn't Pack-a-Punch this, it'd still be one-hitting on round 12. But now we've got it pack 1, and we've even got it to the green tier. So trust me, we're pretty good for a long while here until we got to upgrade this bad boy again. Oh, and now we got enough for an ammo mod, and trust me, still rocking Shatter Blast on all of my melee weapons right now. I don't know, they nerfed it, but even after the Shatter Blast nerf, it's still definitely my go-to for pretty much any non-bullet weapon. If I'm using bullet weapons, a lot of the times I'm using Cryo Freeze, but for any sort of melee weapon, and sometimes for bullet weapons too, Shatter Blast just kills so many. You know, and even though I don't have high hopes for it, let's go ahead, check out the tier 2 Pack-a-Punch. Honestly, not too bad on this weapon. It's usually the green on this that I don't like, and this is, it's just like a gelatin, kind of like bluish without all the accent color, so not too bad. All right, let's go ahead, Shatter Blast this horde right here. giving us enough points to go ahead and max out the Pack-a-Punch, and that looks beautiful on this. I absolutely love this Pack-a-Punch camo, and especially with weapons like this that cover the entire thing, it looks so good with it. Oh, especially that dark purple one. That is so cool. Oh, and when you look at that, I forgot to upgrade this to the orange tier. Round 49s when it finally... Oh, wait, that wasn't upgrading it. That was just buying armor. There we go. Now we've got the Queen's Woman, which is what it's called when it's Pack-a-Punch, which is kind of cool. We've now got a fully upgraded so we can start one-hitting again. But if you've ever just wanted to get an Etool and not spend the 1,000 salvage... Or not the Etool, any melee weapon, 49 is it when it no longer becomes a one-hit. And from this point on, it's always going to be a one-hit. And yeah, here we are on health cap. Round 55 is the health cap for Cold War. So past this point, it's pretty much like going to round 100, round 1,000. Zombies will have the same health. And so no surprise, it one-hit zombies. All melee weapons do. We knew that going into it. But you know what? Just for completionist sake, I still decided to go around 55 for this video. And after using this, we've already got the 2,500 kills with it. It was kind of one of the main weapons I was using this game. And I've played multiple other games with this. It's just pretty much mediocre. This is another mediocre melee weapon. It's pretty much almost exactly like the MACE stat-wise, like how quick it hits, how quick I think it's a little bit faster than the MACE, but other than that, it's like the exact same. There's really no point to unlock this weapon unless you want to unlock DM Ultra or Dark Aether for some new weapons, which I love doing. I unlock this mainly because, you know, I enjoy unlocking Dark Aether and Dark DM Ultra for every weapon in the game. So that's why I did it. But if you're not looking to do that and, you know, you just want to use what's best, skip over this, get the Etool or the Katana. But for completionist sake, at the very end of this video, I'm still going to show it side by side. We're going to go into D Machina after this, see how long it takes to kill an entire horde of zombies with the Etool, and then compare it to this. All right, so here we go. On round 3, we've gathered up every single zombie that spawns in. We're going to kill them as quick as possible using the Etool. Then we're going to repeat this same test using the cane, show it side by side, and see exactly how they kind of compare. We used to do the swing speed of these. Unfortunately, the swing speed with the cane, just like some of the other things we've seen, has different animations for it. So it's more accurate to test it by hoarding up a bunch of zombies. So here we go. We're going to start it here, and we're going to kill them as quick as possible using the Etool, and we'll side by side comparison. Hopefully we don't go down here. I know with the Etool we should be fine because it's going to knife quick enough. The cane, on the other hand, we might end up going down during that test because I don't know if it's going to kill the zombies quite as quick as what the Etool is able to. All right, now for the cane to show us what it's got here. Oh yeah, this is what I was afraid of. You can clearly see it is so much slower, and we're going to have to back up. We're not even going to be able to continue to just hit zombies here because we're not killing them quick enough to regenerate health. But still, even with that, we are hitting using one of the faster animations the entire time. But with that being said, you can see here as we compare these side by side that clearly the Etool is a lot faster, and you guys already knew that. But we're going to do this every time they release a new melee weapon just to show people why I use the Etool. I think it kills 111 zombies per minute, and this, to me, I'm not going to get an accurate timing because with the different animation speeds, it's hard to find the exact time that it's going to kill, but it's going to be roughly around 70 to 80 zombies per minute. So you're going to get about 30 more kills every single minute while using the Etool. And as it stands right now, Etool is still the best melee weapon in terms of running speed, terms of range, terms of kills per minute. Everything the Etool does, it does better. Technically, it doesn't have as much range as the cane here, but you're able to take 2 steps and knife something in the same amount of time you'd knife something with the cane. So that gives the Etool more range than any other melee weapon in the entire game, just because the extra steps you're able to take and still get that animation off. Now we're loaded into a private match to test out the camos. We're only going to be testing it out on the blueprint version because I'm going to show off the other ones in our Dark Aether in one game challenge that we had for the cane here. So as you can see, with this, the lion actually looks really cool with Golden Viper. I usually don't like this camo whatsoever, but look at the way it kind of goes around the face. Really not that bad, and this is one of the best weapons I've seen with the Golden Viper camo. And now for the Plague Diamond camo. Oh no. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad till you look at the nose. Look at how big the diamonds get on the nose. It just stretches out that texture for the nose. Okay. Yeah, not gonna lie, I like Golden Viper better than this. And now last but certainly not least is the Dark Aether camo, and that actually looks fantastic. You can see all of the lines really well with this, which is weird because you weren't able to see any of these with the Pack-a-Punch camo. But with the Dark Aether camo, you can see kind of the hair lines, you can see the facial lines, you can see all of it, and the cane itself has kind of like a bumpy texture on it. So far, out of all of the things I've seen, I prefer the Dark Aether camo on this over all the Pack-a-Punch camos. Actually looks super slick on this, especially when you get kind of the light purple part of the texture on it when you're inspecting it. So overall, that is it. Pretty cool bundle. If you, for some reason, you extremely like the cane and the cane's your favorite melee weapon, bundle's not a bad option for you. But other than that, there's nothing really else super important in this bundle. The only reason I'd buy it is for the cane. Probably not going to use it too much after this video is done because, you know, we're going to use the Etool and that kind of stuff. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Let me know, are you going to unlock the cane? Do you like the cane? Is it your favorite? All that good stuff. And thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Peace. Real quick here at the end of the video, I want to thank everyone who's became a YouTube sub or a Twitch subscriber, and extra special thanks to everyone who became an Unlock Plus Plus member on YouTube. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Cryptic. We've got Hunter Reed Don Doe. We've got the man whose name should be really easy to pronounce, Yamasta. We've got the legend Sergeant CJ, the Etool lawyer you don't cross Hoss, the DMCA claim waiting to happen, Snap, and then we've got Luke.